Stop fidgeting.
Hey, Shreya Lay.
Hey, Colin Lay.
We're of Lay Roots, and we've got a little video to make today.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little chat, and it's topic roulette. Shreya doesn't even know what I'm about to say.
I don't. I'm on the edge of my seat, not just because I'm short and my feet can't reach the floor, but also because of anticipation of what we're going to talk about.
Well, I want to talk about a meeting that I had with a person recently.
Okay.
Who has a net worth, say, around $5 million.
Okay.
And they are getting more involved in riskier investments.
Okay.
So a lot of that money is just from stocks, from being a regular worker.
Yeah.
Having a job.
Sure.
Not too risky there. And, had the right types of insurance, all that good stuff.
Sure.
But was venturing out into real estate investment. Actually had already started in real estate investment and is starting to expand to get more properties, do Airbnb of the personal home.
Oh, wow.
Going
okay.
to other states, hitting up, where else?
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Oh, hot.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's hot these days.
Pulling in those Oklahoma properties. So a lot at risk. I mean, the majority of that $5 million is totally unprotected. It's what we'd call a low-hanging fruit.
Yes.
Which would make you a large target, a juicy target of a lawsuit, right? Because you got those deep pockets, and it's an asset that's pretty easy to snag away from you without too much effort.
Right, because there's no state protections on it.
So we had a meeting, and so far, I think it is an opt-out of doing planning with us.
Yeah.
Price-wise. Instead, they are opting to do the LegalZoom.
Yeah.
The LegalZoom LLC. So for this person, a $50 LegalZoom LLC is not going to protect $5 million of assets.
Yeah, no, it's not. Because LegalZoom caters to the lowest common denominator.
Right. And I think we might have covered this in another video. There's a number of reasons when you look at the paperwork that comes with a LegalZoom LLC. I mean, one of the big things I remember is mandatory distributions. Summary to say, there's no asset protection with a LegalZoom LLC. And if you're protecting $5 million, you need to invest a little bit more than $50 to protect that.
Yeah, and people don't necessarily need to start with the Cadillac.
So there's a couple things.
But they don't want to buy a $2,000 Subaru either.
So there's a couple things I would say about it. One, there's two different sides to it. One is discouraging lawsuits, and the other side of things is surviving a judgment after a lawsuit.
Right.
And for a lot of people, that's asset protection. It's surviving that judgment. Things that discourage lawsuits are insurance, LLCs, single member LLCs, right? Those things might stop a lawsuit, maybe privacy. People can't find you.
Yeah, increased privacy, which I think that is a lot of times where we see people failing when they try the do-it-yourself route, which is essentially like a LegalZoom.
Right.
Is they don't know how to do that.
So that strategy might discourage the lawsuit, but if you do get sued because you have $5 million in stock that can just be taken from you, a fly buzzing around, there's no surviving a judgment. That LegalZoom LLC is not going to discourage a creditor. A creditor is going to be able to get to your assets if they are determined, which most are.
Yeah, because the majority of LegalZoom customers are not looking for asset protection. They're just starting like a little business.
Exactly. The other thing I would say about asset protection is you can't do it alone.
Right.
You need to
You
need to have people on your team, because once you're in legal trouble, your hands are going to be tied. You're not going to be able to zig and zag through the lawsuit. Only people who are on your team are going to be able to assist you in those types of things without getting in trouble with a judge.
I think it's important to understand what your goals are and what's appropriate for your goals, right? So like if you're starting a small business, maybe at first something like a LegalZoom is okay for you. But if you're looking for something advanced like asset protection, where you have potentially a lot of money at risk, maybe your whole net worth,
Right.
then maybe invest a little more in something more customized.
Well said, Shreya.
You're welcome.